What's up, YouTube? I am Precious Kisses, and I am back today with Lakai for another Takeover Tuesday. Today, just like most others, I actually am detangling his matted hair. So this is actually the way that I see him every day. He always has on his do-rag. He always has his hair in a big fluffy ponytail back here, and we don't pay it attention since he's not in school. So I decided to snatch this off and see what was below it and find out he's completely matted again. So this time we are attempting to take out his mats. We don't have my shea butter because they don't know what they did with it when I took it out and put it up when I went on vacation. So we're about to try to get these tangles out with little to nothing. I was inspired by the young man in the comments who said his hair is matted and he didn't know what to do. So I said, okay, since I have a couple of matted heads at home, let me get theirs done. With all that said, if you are new here, thank you for coming. I am Precious Kisses again. This is my baby, Lakai. We do this every Tuesday for my sons who have super extremely long hair. Their hair reaches their tailbone and or longer. For those of you who are my regulars, welcome back. Nice to see you.
And those of you that haven't, they're new, make sure to like and subscribe.
That's what he says every time.
Put the notification bell on.
Ring that notification. So without any further ado, let's get started. Quick disclaimer, no child was hurt during these activities. He's laughing the entire time. So already you can see we have a problem here where his band, oh my God, his ouchless band is being eaten by his hair. So everything I do, I'm going to take time with to get this out of his hair. And you're going to see that it does take some time, and I'm not going to bore you through all of it. I just want you to see how matted his hair truly is. So let me get this out real quick. Okay, so got one piece out, and basically I'm going to do that until I free his hair. Okay, so his hair basically ate it, and those are two big knotted mats of hair that I cannot get out. And it ultimately just ripped itself out. So that's trash. Let's see how bad his hair is. His hair is completely dried and matted with knots and balls of hair coming out. And I'm going to have to fix all of this. So I like to assess the damage first. As you can see, there is no scalp. This is a lock. This is locked always. I don't even know if I could find his roots. We have been blessed with a part that goes straight down the middle of our hair. So for me, I think that's the main way to start. So I am able to get his hair parted somewhat in the front, and unfortunately, I cannot part his hair in the back at all. So I got it parted in the front. There is no way to even see his scalp in the back, but I am going to pin his hair. Now, as you can see, his hair is matted on a whole nother level, y'all. Like, it's been probably since Thanksgiving or so since I have been able to do his hair. So his hair is a mess, and his matted hair is literally less than shoulder length when I pull it in a ponytail. But we're going to work it out. We always do. I am going to clip this away and start working one part at a time. Okay. As always, melanin hair care, got to give her much props because this product does work well for my sons. This is actually a half a bottle of the actual multi-softening leave-in conditioner. And I fill the rest up with water because it's really, really creamy. And I find that it works better and is more pliable when I water it down. So I'm just going to fill my hand up, as you can see, like that. And I'm just going to put this on his entire head. And I must say, I'm going to say it, Nap did a great job on making this product because it proves that this is for everyone's hair. From the time you're matted, whether you have silky hair, whether you have 4B, 4C hair, it is what it is. It's a great product. That handful was not nearly enough, so I'm going to do it again. Oops, excuse me, baby.
That's right.
And I'm going to get the ends of his hair, and then I'm going to try to separate it a little bit. And this is in real time. I am just working very fast to just kind of move it through the hair. Now that we have enough product on the hair and we have smoothed it through, the next thing that I always do is I spray the hair down with water. This is a mixture of water and water and conditioner. I do use the Detangle tea tree from Trader Joe's in here with some water. That's all that's in here. And I'm just going to saturate his hair as much as possible. Let me get him a towel. It's going to get messy, y'all. For me, it's about getting everything on the inside. And I, turn your head, baby, literally cannot open up his hair. There is no scalp in there. Like, I am literally having to spray on top of it. But it's fine. We're just going to get as close to the roots as we can because that's where all the issues are going to be. Now that I have done that, his hair shedding, it is coming out in clumps. We're not worried about it. We're never worried about that. So I'm just going to keep on working it through and trying to detangle because I have to section this down into smaller sections. As you know, I've done this a million times. I am a pro. I am licensed. I have owned hair salons, so this is second nature to me, and they're not in school. So my goal is to find a parting space somewhere in here. Now, with all of this said, I'm going to switch over to warp speed so that I'm not here for the next hour and a half detangling his hair on camera. So excuse me while I go to warp speed. Thanks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I am actually using grapeseed oil and I've saturated the hair with grapeseed oil. It gives it an amazing slip and it allows me to really get in there and detangle. And although I'm pouring it on his head, I promise you he's not getting any drippage. His hair is just eating that up. And I am, yes, going lock by lock, detangling every knot that's in it. It's not a problem. It goes fairly quick, and once I get a part done, I comb it out and I'm going to twist it away. And you see it's starting to stretch very far out because it was like matted up into his shoulder. So this process seems like it would take a long time, but it actually does not if you have the right, tools to use. So I'm using more melanin and brushing through, and it goes kind of quickly. And like I said, I twist it up as I go along, using product where I need be and keeping his hair moisturized. The more water I add, the more oil I add, the easier it is to get through it, and it just slides right out. So, and you saw how deeply matted it was, and you have to expect some hair loss. This process really didn't take long. It took about 36 minutes from the timer that I saw. And as you could tell, he is calm, cool, and collected. He's not in pain. He is just kind of chilling and, sitting there, let me do what I do. So he's contemplating getting back on the game. The back was a little bit more matted, but I just kept adding product and oil, and like nothing, it continuously came out very seamless. And you can see the hair is just growing as I get the knots out of it. So yeah, this is fairly easy. I am planning on styling, but I'm also assessing all the breakage or anything because, like I said, he's a boy. This is my hard boy, so he's dirty, he runs, he plays, and I try not to do their hair as much since they're not in school and they're on this break. So it makes sense. in a sense. Also, he's not being neglected, for those of you who may think that I'm just ignoring his hair, but he knows how to wash his hair. I just thought he was doing it and he was not. So you live and you learn, and this happens all the time. So I'm used to it, and we detangle and we move on about our business. So yeah. As you can see here, I am finally finished, and his hair looks amazing. It's moisturized. It looks good, so I'm happy. Okay, so we are just about finished, and I promise y'all it did not take that long. It took about 30 minutes to get this detangled, and it looks good. I actually got it all detangled quicker than what I thought I was. He had some serious mats, and I'm going to show you the hair that came out in a moment. I just want to be able to brush this out real quick to show that there are no mats left in his head. I am brushing all the way to the scalp. There are no mats. And I got this side out in about 30 minutes. I'm sure it's going to take about another 30 minutes to do the other side. He lost major hair, however, he is still right at tailbone. Let me show you the hair we lost. This is the amount of hair we lost in just that one side. It looks like a lot of hair, right? However, let me explain to you. His hair strands are this long in the front. It's shorter in the front than it is in the back. In the back, it comes all the way down to his tailbone. If you take one of these strands or 50 of them and ball them up, this is what you're gonna get, okay? His hair does not shed much. It does mat, we can see that, but it does not shed much, and this is how much we got out. So I am going to spare you the time, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut to both sides done. Okay, so we are back, and his hair is fully detangled. I'm just kind of removing some of the twists and respraying his hair because it's dried a little bit. It did take me a bit longer to detangle this half of his hair because unfortunately he wanted to play his game while I worked on his hair. So I did get it detangled. It has a lot of oil in it. The oil that I'm using is 100% grape oil today, and literally he has breakage right here, and he has a little bit more in here. So you see that is not as long as the rest of his hair. Other than that, this is how much hair he lost this time on this side. So together, that's a pretty nice pile. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just spray it. I'm going to make sure I got all the tangles out of it, and talk about his deep conditioning process. Now, because I have taken so long to get this done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb this out real quick. And I want to make sure this is not an all-day process for you all either. And it looks like, from what I can tell, he's probably going to need a nice little trim, but we don't mind because we always grow it back. But right now, I'm just getting the dead hair and the shedded hair out of it. And you messed this up. Bring it up. Thank you. Here it is. Okay. So looking at his hair, it looks pretty good. I can see from this side that he has a halo of hair going on, and that kind of tells me that he needs a trim. So what I'm going to do now is I am basically going to braid his hair in 2 braids. And because I do have the leave-in conditioner on it, I'm just going to leave the leave-in conditioner on his hair, and I will resume tomorrow. So with that said, thank you all for watching. There will be a part 2. Stay tuned for part 2, which I will post on tomorrow because it is late. He did not eat other than some donuts while I was doing his hair. So I will see you all tomorrow. And hey, if you want me to do a live detangle, let me know, because I have 3 other boys that are still pretty tangled. So in the meantime, I will see you in between time.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell.
Thank you, and cue the music. Bye.